Hi there guys, Jiu-Jitsu bringing you another Chromatic Cube draft. Once again, we're going for the traditional mode rather than the 7 games of 1 out of 1. I feel like these are a bit lower variants, but let's dive into it. So a bunch of fixing. Reclamation Sage is okay, Cure will not be the first pick. Thief of Sanity is not our game plan yet. Sarkon, Big Dragon Boy, Mimic, this guy who is okay, the Mastery, and the thing that I think we want to pick, which is the Cavalier of Dawn. Um, I think this is. I think this cycle of triple color are typically extraordinarily strong. I know that it is a bit kind of like forcing a direction, but I think that white is slightly underpicked. It does have a very good aggression to it compared to other colors. Um, and yeah, I think other decent options would have been Colligan's Command and Reclamation Sage if we really want to stay open. Naturally, we're going to be using this to destroy a non-land permanent. If we can kind of lean into blue, that would be great. If we can like bounce the golem and generally gain some tempo. My experience in this format is that everything is tempo, tempo, tempo. So it looks like a lot of white here for each knight we control. So, okay. Whenever you cast a legendary spell, create a knight. So I guess this is interesting. I like Mila, but I think the Psalm is going to be the staple here. Banishing Light also very strong. We are kind of sending a strong white signal. Um, mm, mm, mm. But yeah, I think Psalm's too strong. It's also generic. If we end up abandoning this idea, then we can always switch it up. I have not drafted a deck in which I would not include Solemn. I think even the very hard aggro decks will want a Solemn. So we'll go with that. Let's try to think of things that might wheel. I guess deploy could be interesting. I know that there is a token-ish theme in I think white green here or white blue. Yeah, let's go ahead. And we'll want to keep in mind fixing. And I think that while this sort of stuff is a bit slow, I think our natural colors would probably be blue. So we'll look to pick up that. I think Null Priest is pretty good as well, but we'll have to, I don't know. Not sure if we're going to be 3 colors. So we have a few interesting options here. I think this guy's pretty good as well, but it's 2 off colors, and don't want to go there that quickly. Yeah, I guess this is interesting. I think the pick here is either the Null Priest or Raise the Alarm. And I'm not sure. I think that in this format, most decks end up being some form of mid-range. Null Priest is very, very strong against aggro and evasion, has a bunch of options. But I think that I don't know if black is going to be that much of a natural transition for us. I think that we're more in the lines of white-blue just by seeing the format. This has been played against me, and it feels kind of mediocre. I might be missing something, but this will let you draw up to 1 card. So that's that. I think this guy's pretty good. It's double white, which makes it a bit less appealing for the other players. That's why I guess it got that far. But I think that kind of following up with this on turn 3, once you have a 2 drop, it's pretty good. Supreme Will is not a very good counter nor a very good card tutor. It's like an expensive impulse plus an expensive mana leak that kind of overprices itself by 1 by giving you the options. Breeding Pool would have been an interesting speculation. This would have been an interesting speculation, but we have a very solid Planeswalker, so I'll just go with that. Yeah, don't see us doing that so quickly. Da-da-da. Sure. Draw 2 cards, proliferate. So this we can pay 2 life to cast for 3. Interesting. Regrowth is a bit slow for what we're doing. Yeah, this is also not my favorite. This is fixing it. Lets us get some counters. Um, I guess this is good enough. I'm not. Mm, I don't know if card draws are go-to. I just don't. I don't know if white is what we want to do. Green white feels like it doesn't really have the toolkit we want. So I think we're gonna go for the gambit. The proliferate might end up interesting for us. Mm. And okay, so we have a few very strong cards here. We have the Chupacabra, which is I don't know. It's a Doomblade on a stick. It's even better because it can target black creatures. We have Baron, which is also amazing in my opinion. It's kind of like the Manowar or the 2/2 bouncers, creature with an unsummon on a stick, a 2/2 stick, but you also get to draw a card, so that's really good. Unicorn, which is not exciting. I guess if you want to abuse stuff. So Chupacabra, again, very interesting. We have one 4-drop. This is almost always going to be played as a 3-drop, and I think I want to go with the Archmage. It's tempo, which is incredibly important in this format. Um, yeah, and it is in a color combination which feels more natural. Non-land. Yeah, so this is also pretty close. This is a Thopter machine, but I think exile target non-token permanent you don't control mana value 4 or less. Yeah, this is also very, very complementary with any sort of bounce, which I think we want to draft aggressively. Another thing we're going to be drafting very aggressively is fixing for blue-white. And as I say that, we get a Hollowed Fountain, and we don't even have anything to really captivate our attention either. So very happy to pick up the Hollowed Fountain. And we have fixing, which is not quite in the colors we like. Glasspool Mimic, I don't know. Nah, it's okay. You control can't be blocked this turn. So this seems like a more defensive kind of card. I guess we could take something like this, right? If we end up... I don't see us playing like any of the other cards here. And if we, for some unholy reason, find ourselves in green as well, I hope we shouldn't because it's kind of stressing our mana pool. Then I guess we'll take it. This is pretty good with Raise the Alarms. Raise the Alarm. Whenever you cast a legendary. But it is pretty slow. I guess, I don't know, in a very knight-oriented decks, you could end up casting it for like 3 or something. If you're like, go full on the memes. But I think this is a bit better. I'm not sure if we'll play either, but, 2/3 that kind of gives you pseudo shroud or at least compensates you if they target your stuff is pretty nice. Yeah, Farfinder is okay. Pharaoh's Gift, nah. Null Priest, once again, the best card here. I'm not sure if it should get that far, but it would be straining our mana base. In some off chance, I think we random something. What did we random? Yeah, okay, we got the Null Priest. Sorry. Yeah, I was had a small spike there. Fae of Wishes. Yeah, who knows? Who knows? Never you sacrifice a creature and may pay that if you do draw a card. Gains indestructible. So we'll take this. This is actually decent side against discard decks, right? Whenever a spell of our ability and opponent controls causes you to discard this card, create a token that's a copy of target permanent. Yeah, that's pretty good. Okay, new pack. Djinn of Wishes. Banner. Fixing. Interesting. Very low on white. And blue. And fixing that we'd like. Another very strong black card. Glint Sleeve is pretty much everything you want from a 2-drop. It has evasion and it will gain you cards later on in the game. So amazing stuff. Um, I think we're kind of mid-range, so I don't see us, like spamming a bunch of dudes and swinging. Um, Other creatures you control get +1/+1. Create 2 tokens. Tokens are so vulnerable. Anyway, not a fan of this booster pack. Um, I will take, I don't know, maybe I should take the Sulphur Falls, just in case red. Yeah, I'm going to take the Sulphur Falls. Black does not seem like a thing that's going to happen. Um, and I'm just really, I don't know. If we pick up something like red that's really interesting, we might go for that. Although so much black coming through here, but anyway. Resculpt is, if we have enough bounce, I think that Resculpt is playable. I think that we're just going to take the Fabled Passage. Thriving Heath is also what we'd like to play. I think we're doing okay curve-wise. We would like a bit more 2-drops. Fabled Passage is just great. Will let us speculate a bit more. I guess Swift Vindicator is interesting, but not a bunch of pump spells to really capitalize on the double strike, which is what you typically want to do. I think we'll just go for the passage here. And here we get a couple of 2-drops, I guess. Okay, so we have Luminarch, which is de facto a 2/2. We have this, which is slow. I guess we could take the Luminarch. He's basically a 3/3. Yeah, that's pretty good. Very fond of the War Leader as well, so it is pretty close. I think that if I were more confident in our 2-drops, I'd probably opt for the War Leader. But I think this cube draft, the way it's built, is, I don't know. You usually get enough high drops. I feel like it's on average on the higher curve here than other stuff. Yeah, nice. So nice at the Ancestral Blade. We have another one of the triple color strong stuff. Again, I think these cards are priced, very, very cheaply for the effect they give. Leyline Tyrant also a great pickup for red. Generally, this booster pack is great for red. Ancestral Blade's is gonna be our pick here. It's kind of like it's a 2/2. I think there was Mirrodin had 2 pretty good artifacts, equipments. One was Bone Splitter, the other one was, I think, Leonine's Scimitar, something like that. +1/+1 for 1, equip for 1. So yeah, we'll go for the Ancestral Blade, kind of establish our 2-drops, and we'll wait, So this is interesting. I guess it's good if you have pump spells. And as we mentioned, the Bone Splitter, we get one, and feels like a pick. Still no real way to abuse Proliferate. We have I guess we have like one token guy and Hall of Oracles to potentially abuse. I've seen this played against me a few times. Feels like if I'm screwed for mana or flooded with mana, then it does a pretty good job at winning because every land becomes a play. But oftentimes it's too slow. And it's a bit on the, I don't know, clunky side. We'll go with the Bone Splitter. I feel like we have enough 2-drops to support that. Whenever we cast an equipment or a vehicle spell, or aura, I guess. Exile target creature. So this is kind of like an Oblivion Ring on a stick. Whenever a target vampire gets +X/+X, where X is the power of the exiled card. Okay, so it's decent. The command is great as well. Great 4-drop. Feels like he's going to be drawing us like a card or, maybe a card every now and then. The command is really good. Return target. But usually it's going to have just one mode, right? It's going to be like counter draw or something. That's the only way to generate card advantage. So nice, not nice. You may have this guy enter as a copy, except with an additional +1/+1 counter on it if it's a creature. Or Planeswalker. Wow, okay. I like he. That seems interesting. We also have another Planeswalker over here, but he's more on the controllish side. Um, Otherwise... Ooh, this is interesting. The Veil. That's some good fixing. Yeah, I'm gonna go with the fixing. It is on the slow side, but again, this format does not really have any one drops. How greedy would this be? How greedy would this be? Running two of these. I've been a good boy. I've been drafting like some fixing whenever I can see it. This is an equipment, so it goes well with the other thing we have. But no, I think I want to go for this. It is super incredibly greedy, and blue is not even. We're not even that deep into blue, but I don't know. It looks cool, so we'll try it out. I think we have enough 5-drops. We might end up axing the Cavalier. Everything is slow. I guess we have a few legendary creatures, but nah. Feels like this takes too long to pull off. Yeah, we'll go with the default. We'll go with the Jin. So Resculpt is interesting. This looks like a really good like follow-up. I typically don't like auras. Resculpt is interesting. Mesmerizing is more of a defensive card. Sure, let's go with this. Let's go with Sarah's Wings. Wow, and Leonin War Leader actually wheeled, so that's really good news. I think that most white decks would just want to draft him off the bat, so probably had a pretty good selection in colors here. +1/+1 memes. Sure, let's go Platinum Angel, which we'll never play. Sure. Bishop. I'm actually happy with the Bishop. The reason I feel like we have some additional value on the Sarah's Wings is because we have this dude. It's very nuanced, but you know. You count them where you can find them. No blue cards. Wow. Wahoo. The beats. Bringing on the beats. So Zephyr Boots, I think we're kind of good in terms of like equipments and stuff. Put a +1 to Sure. I think this is going to be our default. I'm trying to think if we have like anything else crazy. And not in our colors. And we haven't really picked up enough fixing for me to speculate into other colors. Still going to look to pick up fixing pretty aggressively. Yeah, so this is the kind of 5-drops we want, you know, like tempo heavy, the good stuff. Lotus Field is also really interesting. If it will wheel, I'll probably pick it up. But I think like Brawl's expertise is, you know, just the kind of stuff we'd want to play. Very fond of all of the Time Walk effects, but I think they're kind of reserved for the more late-ish decks. This is also, we may exile target non-permanent. Yeah, this is like an Oblivion Ring attached to a stick. This is also a very good 5-drop. But this is kind of, I don't know, this is crazy tempo. This is a crazy tempo swing. It's so close. Yeah, I'm gonna go with yeah, I went with the Brawl. Could not decide. Like Mindstone, but less on the aggro. We wanna cast creatures on that turn. No. Shark is interesting. Shark Typhoon is interesting as a cycler, I guess. This is expensive. 4 or 5-drops is so greedy, I feel like, with our current curve. Like, we're definitely going to be running... I guess I could take it. I think it might be a bit excessive. Maybe the Mind Stone is the go-to here. Just very fond of the Shark. Yeah, I'll go with the shark. Fixing, please. No. Again, cute, but not what we're looking for. Mm-mm-mm. Sure. I think we're really fine in the 4-drop department. Not really looking to get anything else. Cats. We're especially good in the 5-drop department. But looks like the guy to our right, I don't know. He's either not getting the cards or he's playing our colors. Um, it's been a few picks since we picked anything into the main deck. This is okay. Faith Feathers is okay, but it is on the slow side. This I'm a bit more inclined to play because we don't have any crew. Interesting. Let's just default the Shadow Spear. Mentor of the Meek is also an option. I like Faith Feathers, but I feel like we're so heavy, like on the high end. Um, I really want to pick up some 2/2s and 3/3s, or just low drops generally, kind of just get the average down. And here we have Bounce. Okay, we might just axe another 4-drop. Guardian Idol is also an option, and it feels like I would typically just take the inscription over, like I don't know, Sarah's Wings or something. Um, but rather not be stressed for playables, and we are very lacking in our 2-drop department. That's how it feels anyway. This is fixing, but not the kind we like. No. We don't really have multicolored creatures either. No, let's take this guy. I can see situations where we play it and just proliferate for memes. Um, sure, let's take the Zephyr boots. And we ended up memeing 4 equipments, it would seem. So War Singer, no. So many strong red cards. And I thought that we were in the exact right colors last pack when we were just flooded with these late lieutenants and stuff. How the tables have turned. At least the deck building is going to be pretty easy. I think I might have to axe the shark or something. Maybe in hindsight we should have taken the Mind Stone. We're running 1, 2. Yeah. Don't see us running either of these, but I don't know, if we like a bunch of chumpers or something, we'll take this. We do have fixing to support him, but just not what I'd want to do in this deck. And our last pick. So far less fixing than what we would have hoped for. Yeah, no thanks. There is a chance that we'll just skip the Cavalier. And looking at the deck the second time, I may have been a bit too married into the blue-white. Yeah, I think I was a bit too fixated on our colors. Because we didn't get that many exciting blue cards, right? We got Brawl, we got this, but that's about it. Like, we're going to be very white heavy. And I don't know if we'll be running like this aggressive curve we currently have. Wow, it's giving us like even sources, give or take, right? Yeah, this is de facto like 50-50. So I don't really agree with the suggestion from MTGO. From MTGA. Pardon my French. How many proliferate cards did we have? It was another card, right? It was like a flyer or something. Yeah, I guess this is okay. For each color of mana, that was nah, so not as exciting. So many equipments, and I'm not overly excited about our equipment to creature ratio. We have 13, I'd say 14 creatures, 14 and a half creatures, like Raises the Alarm and Guardian Idol. And we do not have another dude to add. I think Zephyr Boots would be a bit heavy to run. Chamber Sentry, we could think of it as just like a 2/2 with some versatility later on. Who knows if we get cheeky, we might even use this for like a third color, and add Temple Garden. Ha ha ha. We could do that, by the way. It's not appalling, but I think we should not. Hall of Oracles. Oh wait, actually, yeah, we're good. We have 17 lands. Hall of Oracles is interesting. Okay, no, we don't have. I don't think we have enough instants/sorceries to justify that. So 3. So no, we would get to trigger this quite infrequently. The mana addition is okay, but I think I'd just rather have an actual land. Yeah, I think we're good in the 5-drop department. Okay, I'm gonna axe 2 islands, and I will add some more planes. We'll go for 9. I think that 8 sources of blue is quite generous, and we have a Solemn and have a bunch of other stuff, so I think it's quite fine. And any hand with that white is just a mole, so I think 13 might be on the conservative side, but it's good enough. Yeah, and I think we'll go notable sideboard cards. Orvar. And I guess this if we need like chump blockers. This if we need more reach. This is, I don't know, interesting if we really want to go for treasures. I guess it's not that bad. I guess it's like a turn 3 option, right? We can go like turn 3 equip attack and then I don't know, like scale up for turn 5. But we'll go with that. This is if we need evasion, and I think that's about it. I'll see you guys in round number 1.